Plugin Town was created right after Luke to the Bun griefed Squidbase. On December 31st, 2011, XCC2, Passio05, PopBob, and Police Mike 55 burned the docks, blew up the giant grinders, and left on that day. Within a week, they had founded Plugin Town, but it wasn't called that though. It had no name. It started as a central tower to hold their chest, and they had an underground room with rows of beds. There was a bed for each player in the group. Back then, you could slash kill the spawn if your bed was destroyed. If someone put your bed back in the same spot, you could slash kill again and reappear in your bed. They had a system where they would flip a switch and it showed that a bed needed to be replaced. So if someone at the base would put your bed back, it meant you had gone to spawn. Eventually, Plugin Town would occupy the players XCC2, Police Mike 55, PopBob, Passio05, iClover, Assassin Raptor, X0XP, Polly the Parrot, and Cream of the Slop. The group started by building stuff like at any other base. They had a blaze grinder in the nether, and blazes were somewhat new back then. Passio05 built his giants, in quotes, dwarf tunnels under the base. PopBob and XCC2 were working on this giant glass dome before the plugin was active. PopBob would eventually give up on construction since he couldn't get the ends to line up and got mad. PopBob would build this tower once he gave up on his glass dome. X0XP made his house with a 0 on the roof. There was a house built into the hillside, most likely Polly the Parrot or iClover. Assassin Raptor built his house. Police Mike 55 made his castle of diamond, and XCC2 began building his biggest interpreted build yet, Fontainebleau Palace. It was while XCC2 was building this, was made aware of PopBob's plugin, which was installed by Housemaster in order to correct a problem where players would get stuck on the nether roof. I'll leave a link to a past video for more information about this. In the plugin, you can see the ROT13 encoded names of the players who had access to it, which were the players PopBob, Police Mike 55, Passio05, XCC2, Assassin Raptor, X0XP, XX Predator, XX86, Wets Player 123, Polly the Parrot, and Cream of the Slop. Once XCC2 had infinite materials, his build went faster. But one day, when XCC2 logged in, he came to find Assassin Raptor had built a Viking mead next to his building, and it was in the way. XCC2 basically stopped building at this point. The group started using the plugin backdoor more by flying at spawn, throwing ghast eggs, and harassing Housemaster. House would eventually teleport to Plugin Town and watch the group flying around and spawning in items. This went on for a few days or weeks. Ultimately, PopBob ruined it for everyone. He was trapped while using the /locate feature of his plugin and teleported to various coordinates to raid and grief player bases. Housemaster was working with some players who had suspected PopBob of having this ability, and Housemaster was present when PopBob teleported to a bait location. Once he was caught, Housemaster found out what was allowing the access and removed the plugin. The group would basically abandon the base at that point. The base lasted 4 to 6 months after it was founded and was eventually griefed by multiple players throughout the years. A few years later, Coldwave and some other players went to Plugin Town and restored parts of it to use it as a base. The original group had left a lot of materials there that were not destroyed when they left because the group didn't care to move any of them, since they all built giant stashes while they had the plugin. Today, Plugin Town is blown up from multiple players throughout the years, but players would still venture in the ruins and even leave signs at the base to show that this piece of history is still remembered till this day. Thanks for watching. I would like to thank XCC2 for the information for this video. Leave a like and maybe consider subscribing for more information like this in the future. Anyway guys, stay fast and see you guys next time.